Hi YouTube. I just had a quick question for you guys. Before we get started though, Aikman21 had sent me an advanced look at the 2014 Lunar Year of the Horse design, and I really appreciated him doing that for me. And I forgot to acknowledge it in my video where I showed the new design, kind of in my haste to get it up, in my excitement. And I regret not acknowledging that he did that for me. So thank you, Aikman, for sending me that image. It was kind of cool being able to kind of mull it over for a week before the official release. I also wanted to give a tip of the hat to the Preservation of Wealth guys. Low Pros 11, Darth Silver Amass, Silver Shareholder, and last but certainly not least, Ape Man. You know, when you can marry a passion with a money-making opportunity, that's just a fantastic thing. And I think these guys will do really well with Preservation of Wealth as more and more people come into to precious metals. You know, there's certainly a lot of benefits with being part of that program, and I think those guys are doing a great job of getting the word out. So, you know, I just hope that they continue to do well with it. So if that's something that interests you, please get a hold of one of those guys. I'll link all of their channels. Really good guys. So the question I have is, have you ever had to hold your nose and buy something to complete a set? Meaning a coin or round that you just absolutely really just didn't like at all, but you knew that you needed it for your set. What brings this about is, of course, the 2014 hideous koala design. I mean, that thing is just bad. And it's going to be a dud this year. And you know that I like buying the kilo coins every year of the Lunar Series and the koalas. I mean, the premiums are low. It's a beautiful piece of metal, and I really enjoy that. And, you know, I kind of was thinking fast forward 7 or 8 years. I mean, that's a lot of silver in kilos, and you're kind of doing it slowly. But it's going to be really difficult for me to even consider buying that thing this year. It's just so bad. Greg Williams had a great video comparing it to Larry from the Three Stooges. It was the Sean Hayes portrayal in the new movie, and it's actually pretty close. I mean, it's actually comical. And the funny thing about coins, though, is that here we are in the moment. We all know it's awful. We all know that, you know, it's pretty much a hated design universally. I know there's a couple people that like it, so nothing's ever 100%, but let's be honest. It was well about over 90-95% of people saying, no, this is awful. I've never seen such a strong negative reaction to a new coin design. And yet, 3 or 4 years down the road, when you look at the mintage numbers, you know that one is going to stand out because it's going to be so low. And then, who knows, people will probably, you know, refer to it as the Larry Koala, based on Greg Williams' video, right? And suddenly history will view it a little bit differently. It's a design that's just so homely that it's actually almost kind of cute, and then people suddenly covet it. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen here, but you know what? There's no way that the vintage number is going to be high on this thing. So it could kind of turn into a semi-key date in the koala series. But I'm going to have a real hard time springing for that kind of money on the kilo coin. So I'm curious, have you ever had to buy something that you knew was hideous, that you knew you hated the design, but you had to have it for your set? I mean, I'm going back and just mentally kind of going through a bunch of coin designs, and I just can't remember seeing something that was just so bad. So give me your take, guys. Have you ever bought something that you knew was bad, you knew you hated it, but you had to have it as part of a set?